Okay. All right. All right, so some of the reminders this morning are the dropout report is in the way. The dropout report that is in the way will open soon. We don't have an ETA right now. Trying to finish up some last minute issues that we were having with the report. We will give some training before we actually open it. It's not going to be just drop and hope you guys can figure it out. We will give some training. It will be coming as soon as we can get these last few things worked out and fixed, so that we have an actual operational dropout report in the wave that works for all you guys. So that's coming. The annual statistical report is open right now. Please look at your calendars first. Your calendars are the most important things. And every single time you have a calendar change between now and the end of school, that will mess up your ASR. So just make sure that you correct your calendars in your student information systems, and probably wait a day for it to really take effect in your ASR, if not two. And then all the calculations for transportation and attendance and membership should be back in line with your actual numbers, or what you think the number should be. But remember, every time you take a day off, that's going to affect your ASR. Graduation part-time report quarter number 3 is open. Make sure you actually have STNs being assigned. We are changing a lot of the things that, not changing, but correcting a lot of the things that were going wrong with STNs right now. We've got our head buried into STNs right now. So we're trying to fix a lot of the issues that have been a problem over the last several years. We believe that we've got a solution, and we are working towards that solution as we speak. So as I said, the ASR is open. I am going to invite some of our state aid folks to talk about the new enhancements that we've added to the ASR to hopefully help you guys. Most of these things are nothing extra you guys have to do, but really things that could help you or help us along the way. So I'm going to let Lori and Mitzi take over. Lori and Mitzi, let me see if you guys can jump in.
Hi, it's Mitzi. Can you hear me?
Sure. Do you want me to pull up?
We're going to jump in because I always miss something. But I am so excited about these new changes that we made. What we've done on student view, when you're in the student view, we've put a new, you can select a calendar. So this will just apply to the districts that have like an alt ed calendar or another calendar that may be on different days. You can actually select that calendar and look at just those students. So I thought that was a really good feature that we've added. And also we've added a note tab where we're going to write notes when we talk to you. You can put a note on there and we can all see what's being said out there, which is going to be very helpful going forward. Another good feature that some people had asked out in Teams was to be able to export all the students from all the sites into Excel. And that is now under reporting tools. You should be able to select student view under the reporting tools, and you should be able to export your whole district to an Excel spreadsheet, which I thought was good. Lori, what do you got?
The only other thing I can think of is the converted, well, he's got it on here. It highlights the converted grades, so you can identify those kids a little easier. On the notes section, you can make notes that if your membership is up or down from the first 9 weeks. I'm sure you're used to getting some kind of emails from our office asking you if that's true. So if you put that note out there, hopefully we can scratch out those emails and it'll already be there for the REOs to know, and then they won't have to make the note. It'll just be cross out the middleman, I guess.
Yeah, Eric's got his screen up. So now you can see that under student view, the select calendar, that's where you can select the calendar for the, of course, this district doesn't have any, but you would see your different calendars right in here. And you would just select one and it will just bring up just those students. for
I'm
that
the-
cal-
And I'm using Skelly because it's a closed district. They won't have any information in here. 'cause
Right.
it's been closed, but, and you won't be able to see everything because they don't have any students or calendars or anything because they're closed, but showing some of, so just kind of showing you where things are. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, Lori.
No, I was just saying, if they click on the notes and they can see where you just add a new note right there. Who's writing this? Eric, is that you?
Yeah, Eric's doing it,
Okay. Well, now he's off.
or somebody was doing it. Yeah, and you just type in your note there, and then down at the bottom, it will insert. And you can delete and edit your own notes, but you can't touch anybody else's, so. And then they'll all be in date order on there, which is gonna be so helpful.
Everyone likes the ASR report.
Eric, shame on you. Yeah, you better delete that note.
I'm trying, it seems like there was one more thing. Why don't, my brain doesn't work.
Let me,
And then we'll just go back with, if you have anything else you want to do with this, just let us know and we'll add it to our list for the beginning, for FQSR. I mean, every little thing, and hopefully we can get it done the way you guys want it to be. Make it easier, more convenient.
yeah, another feature under Find Missing Students, when you click on your Find Missing Students, and if you have any, we've added an entry date. You'll see it right there next to basis of admission. And that helps on your 3-year-olds. So if you've entered the 3-year-old before they turn 3 or before their IEP, that's why it'll be on there, so you can see the entry date.
Barbara, I don't think right now they're gonna add a little red little thing over here, but it would be really cool if there was a new note that you hadn't seen that.
Yep.
Yeah, I
had
kind of,
a red button, a red number here.
Yes, that would be great.
yeah, we'll put that on our list to see if we can, for starting FQSR, see if we can get something like that added. That's a good idea. Thank you.
Very good, Barbara. Thank you.
It's really all we have. I've had a few people call about their calendars. Sorry, I think someone's knocking on my door.
And I've had some call, they're already starting to look at their data. Really, what I'm telling them is to make sure the calendars are correct and your membership is good. Check your wizards, check your Find Missing Students. Now, we do know that attendance will probably not be matching because there's a kind of a delay. So if you had an absence yesterday, we probably haven't got it yet. So attendance is going to be a little hard to check right now, but membership, calendars, Find Missing Students, check all that. And make notes. And seriously, if y'all have any suggestions, we would appreciate them. You can put them out in Teams and we'll add them to our list because this really helped from the FQSR to the ASR.
Okay, well, since we're done with that, if you run your reports, I've got a question. If you run your reports on Monday morning, the lag between the SIS and the wave is not a factor, says Joe. Speaking of that, I wanted to really quickly show you guys our schedule, if I can find it. It's on one of these. Here's our request schedule. It is online. It's in our student information system documents. I'll show you how to get there in a minute. But you'll notice that on, let me just make sure I'm telling you the right ones. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and doesn't know. Make sure. You'll see that when we run calendars, attendance codes, attendance, really Tuesday, oh, I gotta look at it again. I can't remember exactly what days we run it, but I'll put up a list of objects that we use for the ASR, and then you can cross-reference those objects to the calendar here that we're looking at, or the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday calendar. These are the days we request those objects, but we'll have a kind of a way to look at it so you guys can determine which days do we already request the ASR objects. Because if you're asking us to to delete and re-request on a Tuesday, I think we already do everything for that on Tuesday. So you can ask us to delete, but it'll request that night anyway. So you won't have to ask us to re-request. It'll automatically do that for you. But there's no reason to call us and say, hey, or email us and say, hey, we need our data re-requested on Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday, because that's already done. We do that anyway. Keep in mind that your student information system vendors can always add, change, or delete records 24/7, 365. There's no change to that. They can always send us adds, changes, or deletes to all records. So keep that in mind as well. There's no delay for them to send that to us. There is a delay in you seeing it for the report, because it takes an overnight to be able to get the record, validate it, and then run it through the process to get it onto the report. So it's not immediately on the report, even though we may immediately receive the data. Okay. Back to the PowerPoint.
Eric,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is Tara. On that request schedule, like if you have something there in the box for Monday, is that early morning AM Monday or late in the evening PM Monday?
Late in the evening PM Monday.
Okay. And then it takes the overnight probably to see it on the report. So what you pull on Monday, then we see on Tuesday.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. We do all of our requests in the evening. And a lot of times vendors won't respond to them immediately. Some vendors do, some vendors don't, but they won't respond to them so quickly that they can get through validation on, let's say it's on a Monday. It takes them, let's say, an hour or two to respond to the request. It still has to go through validation before it gets into the ODS, so that so it may or may not make it onto the report on Tuesday, because it depends on when they respond to us. It may be Wednesday before you see it on the report, and that depends on your vendor and when they respond and how quickly they can respond. So if we request in the evening, we may not actually get the response from your vendor until the next morning. So obviously, if we don't get the response from your vendor until the next morning, it won't be on the report the next morning. It'll take Tuesday night to run through, and then it'll be on the report Wednesday morning. Keep those things in mind. You may work with your vendors and say, all right, so whenever they request this, how long does it take for you to respond to it? And, to try to determine that, so when to, send those requests to get the results you're looking for. We do have a special education data project, data exchange project. We are working very closely with our SPED department and with PCG on our special education data exchange. We sent a newsletter out to the special education folks on Tuesday and Wednesday. The same guidance will go out on February 25th, or did go out on February 25th, to our student information system folks. If you did not get that and you need that, please let us know in chat so we can make sure that you do get that guidance. We will do a detailed training with everyone that wants to be involved, whether you're a student information system or special education data staff, or just special education staff, on March 11th on this call. So that's next week on this call. It will be a special education data exchange conversation. That's what we will dedicate the entire call to, and going over how it's going to work. So what we've done is we've connected the daily files. We're no longer going to be sending PCG daily files. We've connected SIF to Ed Plan. So when you make a change in your student information system, it will make a change in Ed Plan. I don't know exactly how fast that change will be. I think it's going to be within minutes. It won't take an overnight and hopefully a day, and maybe it happens and maybe it doesn't. That should not happen. We've been working on for 4 years on this project. Honestly, is finally coming to fruition. They are testing the last bits of that as we speak right now. The scheduled rollout for this is May. So we are not expecting, we're definitely not trying to rush this. We're trying to make sure it's right, it works correctly. Ginger and myself have been very committed to this project. So, and Shauna will tell you, she calls me on everything. So she will make sure that it is working perfectly for special ed folks. And I want to make sure that it works perfectly for the CIS folks. And so everybody's happy and it all works good. Know that there will always be challenges, obviously. And hopefully this will help with everybody involved. I am not sure if it will actually be extended. If it needs to be extended, it will be. We will record everything. So if you have to jump off in the middle of the call, you have something else going on, that is fine. We will record it. It will be available. You can come back and jump in wherever you had to leave. So it will be recorded, and you will, if you have not already received the guidance associated with it. Are there any questions about the special ed project? Okie dokie, that's all for today. If you have any questions or any comments or want, just need anything from us, we're here to help, and we will stay on here for a little bit. I'm going to stop the recording and we'll stay on here for a little bit and answer any questions.